Hey guys, Roshi is here. I'm here to show you my Worldpyre deck. This is a mono time list, but we have enough power to cast stuff from the sideboard. Um, so pretty balanced. It's a lot of fun. This is an expedition deck. I had a lot of fun playing it on stream and working on this deck. I originally got the deck from Grimfan. I saw him playing it on his stream. And then I took it and made some changes to it, and now pretty happy with it the way it ended up. I mostly left the main deck the way it was. It was pretty solid. All I changed was the power base and a few cards out of the sideboard, and we'll go into that. But let's just run through the deck real quick. In the 2-drop slots, we've got Apprentice Mage, Alchemist, and Shardbinder. These all are kind of just our early plays to help us balance our power, get ahead on board, and in the case of Shardbinder, really pop off. We're able to use Worldpyre and Grodov's Burden and make these activations super cheap, with the case of Grodov's Burden making it basically an insane 5-drop because it comes down and the spellcraft is free, and then everything has exalted, and half the time if you're able to Shardbinder into Grodov's Burden, this puts you so far ahead that even if they kill the burden, like, the damage has been done. And if they don't kill the burden, every turn of the game from that point on, you're spending 2 power and just drawing a card, or if you're lucky, putting something into play for free. If you ever rip Omen Scarworm or Tuvon off of this, or even Grazer, it puts you so far ahead that it's hard for your opponent to come back. Speaking of Grazer, this lets us double up on a lot of our 2-drops. We have a lot of ways to get power between Beseech the Throne, Time Etchings, Calibrate, Desert Alchemist, and these two sort of getting us power in the process. So all the cards we can flip with this give us power, or play cards that help us reduce power. So in this deck, Gentle Grazer is actually ramp or fixing. And being a 3-2 that blocks is fantastic too. Block a Milos, block a Jack, or chump block. He'll actually chump block twice, which is great. So very solid card for us, and we can also just flip it into play with Grodov's Burden, which is great. Wasteland Broker, this is kind of the deck's bread and butter. We abuse the crap out of this card. Our goal early on is to set up and develop our hand and build power. But then, once we start to get to the point where we have Worldpyre in play, or we're about to, and we have a ton of influence, we slam this guy, and we pick either Eight of the Horu, Channel the Tempest, Shenra Speaks, Lumen Defender, or Cerso's Choice, depending on what's in their deck. And I'll go ahead and run through the different scenarios where you'd want these. For Eight of the Horu, this is the late game option. If you're just, you're balanced, there's a board stall, you're just fighting it out, stunning the enemy's team and drawing all these cards and gaining 4 life. Not only is this going to guarantee you draw more 8 of the Horu, but you're just going to shut down their board for the rest of the game if they don't have endurance or an answer. And you're doing it for 4 power. So this is definitely the strongest option, but we don't always have access to 12 influence on time. So that's where Channel the Tempest comes in. We can use this as removal as the first time, and then same as Eight of the Horu, you're likely to draw into the next one, and then from there, you just keep playing Channel the Tempest and just burying your opponent in value. And you can actually just kill them with this card too, which is fun. And you might draw more brokers and then have more stuff going on, but this card gets out of hand real fast if you don't die and you start casting it. Shenra Speaks, if you're just really getting beaten down, you can 100% broker Shenra Speaks into the top of your deck. This isn't the only option, however. You could choose to play End of Story instead, which has Warp, but I found that having Decimate and being able to silence stuff can be pretty important. But definitely take your pick on which you want, because having Warp can be just as nice. But in our case, we went with Shenra Speaks. Lumen Defender. This card's crazy. If you're playing against a mono red deck trying to burn you out, or just some sort of mid-range list, putting 4 of these on top of your deck or grabbing it with primal etchings can be a good way to stabilize the board. Same with Shenrao Speaks, and this might be part of the reason why we're running it, is with primal etchings we can grab this card. And the last card we can grab with both primal etchings and Wasteland Broker is Cerso's Choice. And the key about this card is before I added it, we didn't really have a lot of ways to gain Aegis. And we have some very powerful relics we want to defend. And sometimes you just need Aegis to survive against decks trying to like give double damage to big fire spells or fire off big Channel of the Tempests at you. Being a time spell means that we can grab it with both of our market cards. And a really solid strategy against some of these spell decks, their win con might be Channel the Tempest. So if we shuffle 4 of these on top of our deck, all we have to do is just respond to every Channel the Tempest with Cerso's Choice. And not only are we gaining life, but we're blocking that damage. And hopefully our value can punch through. But yeah, that's the market. Let's go back through the deck. We've got, as our card draw engines in the main deck, we have Tuvon, which can also double as removal because he has Ambush. And we can pay 4, draw cards. It's pretty good. The first time it's cheaper than Grodov's Burden, but after that point you're probably better off playing Grodov's Burden for this. Just a solid new guy. We're only playing 2, but he's good. Omenscar Worm, Surge, draw a card. This guy pretty pops off really fast. He's one of the cards you'll probably play with Worldpyre first. Your goal is to play him and jam a 2 sigil land, draw 2 cards, and then even if they kill him, you've ripped a 3-for-1 at them, so it's pretty solid. But yeah, so that is the main deck. For the spells, we're running Calibrate. This grabs Worldpyre, Grodov's Burden, or a land. It's really hard to whiff, but it can happen. Time Etchings, just more power fixing. We're only playing 4 sigils, so be careful you don't play too many of them, but by that point, you probably don't need the power anyway. Beseech the Throne, this is just more consistency, draw a card, plunder, it's everything we want to be doing. And Soul's Rest, this card might as well just say take an extra turn. Sometimes it's correct to decimate if you're getting beat down. But usually if we've got Worldpyre in play and we have Soul's Rests in hand, the correct line is usually to just play them, even if we don't have anything going on, because then we're able to draw more cards and make more power drops, and it's kind of a pseudo ramp spell. For the mana base, we have 4 time sigils. We can fetch these with primal time etchings. This is one of the differences between my deck and Grimfan's, is he was using Crack the Earth, where I opted for time etchings for more consistency. Time symbols, these let all of our Silixes come into play untapped on 2, which is important to me. And since we're playing sigils, our seats are able to come into play untapped some of the time. Or if we plunder, they'll also come into play untapped. And I picked these on purpose so that we'd be able to cast our sideboard cards like Shenrao Speaks, Channel the Tempest, and Aid of the Horror, because it's pretty often that they'll blow up your Worldpyre after a bit, but we want to still be able to cast our big spells, our payoffs. So that's why we tweaked the mana base in that way. But anyway, that's the list. Check it out. And hey, Isindal. We're getting our butts kicked. But we're having a good time. That's good. We could certainly be getting our butts kicked and having a bad time. Yeah, we were playing Primal, my mono Primal list, and we went like 2 and 4 or something today. I just stopped. Now we're playing this. I might switch back though.
Our aim is clear.
I don't think this is much better.
grant me strength.
Like, I just don't understand.
Our aim is clear.
Yeah, I just need to play the deck more. Now our Silixes are online. Hey, Sindal, thanks for the follow.
I'll do my best.
That's certainly nice. Rather him do his best than his worst. I don't know what you could have for 4 open mana, but I really feel like attacking into it. We certainly are the party people. We're looking for a land here.
Choose a path.
We should probably catch a board wipe soon. I'm surprised we haven't. Maybe he's not a board wipe deck. I'm waiting till I can activate Worldpyre and actually play something.
We struggle and grow.
Yeah, I guess not.
Our magic is unbroken.
Kind of what I expected too, but
Our bond is
I guess he's
strong.
just thinning the crap out of his deck.
Rodol, grant me strength.
Yeah,
We travel and study.
I just don't think he has the wipe. Probably should have played that first. I guess he drew it.
Choose a path.
Oh man. He didn't do anything until like turn 6. I don't know if I can even really count this one as a win.
One shot, one
but I'm pretty sure we have this. I don't see how he punches through all this bullshit. As soon as we draw a spell, he just dies.
Stand back.
Oh, we have a wipe, but like, I don't even need to play it. We actually have more booty on the board than he does. I probably could start attacking. There's the worm. We'll send 2 in.
Time heals all.
Yeah, actually, I can't cast it without Worldpyre. I didn't even think of that. The previous version of this deck went all in on Silixes, but I adapted it so that we could actually use our market if we ever flooded out or had our Worldpyre destroyed. That would feel really bad if you're like in command of the game and have a lot of awesome spells in your hand, but you like can't cast them. It's kind of like Reanimator decks from back in the day where like reanimating them's cool, but you also want to be able to like, if you flood out, just hardcast stuff. So I adapted the mana base so we could. I don't think trying to force Silixes is worth not being able to hardcast stuff. Half of stories. This forces a block. Wow! I was not expecting that. You've heard of Tuvon. Get ready for Trevon.
We struggle and grow.
We actually only play 2. I lied. Base is the place. See, this is why I fixed the mana base. Now that we can hardcast channel, we can just be like, boop, play another one. That should give us lethal. Not that we like need to do that here, but might make us a little more consistent. I guess to our life now. Do we just rope them right back? Just for like the BM? Like, if he's gonna rope us, we might as well rope him right back. Estimate. It's actually pretty good. If we draw any lands, which is like our whole deck, we've got like a million ways to plunder. This hand gets pretty good.
I'll do my best.
We also drew half of our 8 drops, so we can't possibly draw any more of those. Right? Although if he just like kills this, we just get wrecked. Oh, it's a land. That sucks. Probably could have played around that. Well, we've drawn 5 of our 8 drops. We can't possibly draw more.
Choose a path.
This man's going for broke.
You seek an audience?
Well. Won't complain about that.
All of this has happened before. All of this has happened before.
Hooray for balance. We did nothing for the first 6 turns. Then we took 2 extra turns and played an 8-8 and drew 5 cards.
Choose a path.
Wondering if he was just gonna opt out or not.
Touch of shadow.
Bound in magic.
farm. Farming them.
You have been sentenced. You seek an audience? Choose a path.
Huzzah! I mean, about as good of a hand as we get, right? Yeah, I mean, Worldpire is a little sketchy. I'm sure someone at R&D was just like, but it's only overpowered if they, don't get the relics destroyed. But I don't think they take into account just how much redundancy there is.
The calm of battle washes over me.
Yeah, Seed's ridiculous. I will concede that point to you. I definitely cede what you mean. Like, this just doesn't do anything right now. We need more lands.
Stand back.
Wangin'. Ah, this guy's aggressive. Yeah, turn to Seed's rough. Sometimes you have to make decisions between, like, advancing your board and, like, or playing around turn to Seed. I'll be honest, I usually choose to advance my board.
Choose a path.
I guess we grab channel here. As much as I want aid, I don't want to risk not being able to cast it before we draw, like, we'll need 2 lands.
Fly, my beauties!
We didn't swing out with all of them because then he knows Harsh Roll is coming. Yeah, that's why we did that. Like, if we hold back just a little bit, he'll be like, oh, he might not have it. Then we get 4 damage for free. It is free real estate. We need any land, and he's pretty screwed. He didn't even play anything. Grazer will probably give us the land. 420 graze it.
The grace of Elysium.
Oh, that's scary.
Stand back.
Has to be this, unfortunately.
Unleash the storm.
Now we run off into the sunset. Wind streaming in our hair.
Unleash the storm.
Just kind of waiting to win here. Yep. With him being tapped out, that is lethal. This is a silly deck.
The storm.
I wonder how long I have until I run out of time to hit Masters. Like, do I have until like midnight? Virus, it's competitive enough. It has a very dedicated and powerful strategy. I can see, definitely see winning games with it. We're playing against Xenon. We'll probably get more lands from Ambusher. Grazer. Oh, okay. That's more than enough time. I went from gold 3 to diamond 2 in like one evening.
I'll do my best.
Or we went to diamond 1 and then today we fell back down to diamond 2 because I'm a scrub. But I have faith. Patra coming down. You guys haven't seen it yet. My Catra deck on YouTube's hilarious. We definitely use her a little differently than him. Sorry, I'm a scrub. I'm out here scrubbing. This ain't even my scrub account. You know it's real.
The ritual is complete.
This card's a lot better when you have stuff in your void.
Stand back.
I won't complain about that.
Be reborn.
Hear my power. Wow, our voice is cringy. I don't think we play broker until we have well, I think we might just play broker just because we need a thing. Oh, never mind. We're just kind of digging for World Pyre at this point. We might just plan on drawing enough lands to hardcast worms. As weird as that'll be. I'll probably blow away in one of these brokers for a land.
The ritual is complete. Stand back.
We'll just start slamming worms like it's frickin' Magic the Gathering. Oh yeah. That's kind of funny, honestly. Hope you don't mind me laughing at your pain. We play Burden and start clicking the button. I think we play Broker. And skip. Like, we're just gonna play Broker and, like, prevent attacks. Because we have another one. And I don't want to, like, shuffle anything in until we can cast it.
Hear my power. Hear my power. Be reborn.
I'm sorry to hear about your struggles. I hope you don't mind me laughing at them.
The mountains.
Just playing his thickness. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the thickest of them all? I should have blocked. I used to play Eternal on my phone. That's what I did at work. He's probably got that stupid ambusher card. And I'm not attacking into it. I'm just gonna sit here and chill. We're not even watching Netflix, but we chillin'. Okay, I feel safe shuffling channel in now. Sorry, Mom. Sorry for nothing. Funds are where it's at.
We struggle.
We've got the almighty 8/8 that he just can't break through. And if we don't attack, he can't kill it. Ah, Grim. Not a big deal. I just use legends and that's how I win. It would kind of be a cool experience to go back and start like a Smurf account and get a Smurf account and try and go to Masters with it. Yo, like, we just need a land. Mom's a Smurf account. Mods, ban them. JK, I don't have any mods. Is he just dead? I don't want to just die. Let's try and draw land. That's not a land. We're at that awkward point where we're one land away from doing two things a turn, and it just feels bad. There goes our market. I always call our void our market because we played that primal deck that would just rip stuff out of our void. And I was just using it to hit primal etchings and then, you know, hit my market. We still have, like, Grodov's Burden in play. But he's still in a bad spot. Maybe I should just be more aggressive about playing these worms and just spreading around worms.
Xenon's mysteries are best left unknown.
Heard of COVID? Prepare yourself for worms.
Bound in magic.
Guys, I clicked the wrong card. I clicked Grodov's Burden instead. Whoopsie daisy. I could have sworn. I'm just trying to worm my way in here, okay? I'm worming my way into a good board. There it is. Huzzah! I could have sworn we at least attempted to put yo. I'm pretty sure I clicked on Worldpyre that time. Why does this keep happening?
Resolve grant me strength.
No, 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 no. Don't do it. Okay. World Pyre.
Time heals all.
Jeez. I was supposed to attack here. I'm talking about Wurmple from Pokemon.
You will feed the darkness. Welcome to the fold.
Stand back.
Are we drinking Jack? I'll have a shot. I'm kind of lame though. I prefer the Tennessee honey over just regular Jack. Red wine. You know what I'm drinking, chat? I'm drinking H2O. Just a big, thick bottle of water. Oh, it's your birthday? Happy birthday, Grim. That's exciting. Tell you what, since it's your birthday, you can name any card or deck, and I'll build it right now if you want to see it. Or if you just want me to keep playing this, that's fine too. This deck's kind of silly.
We lurk in shadow.
It finally happened. We need our boy in play. Can we really say, though, I'm focusing on this grind when I'm just straight memeing right now? Like, let's be honest. I'm playing World Pyre on the ladder. I suppose I can. If anyone's playing like a single form of Relic Hate, though, I feel like we just lose. Like one banish, we die. We've just managed to play against only people that don't run Relic Hate. It's like Relic Hate is a relic of the past. Well, yeah. And honestly, I built this just to like kind of troll around a bit. I wasn't expecting to get really any wins with it. Let's just pile everything on this guy. And this one can go here. Deadly and Overwhelm seems fine. I guess we'll kill him.
Face the storm.
That didn't take long. I thought I had more time. We have
Peace is its
a
own.
thick-ass bottle here. Is this mono green?
Swing it.
Mono green.
Rodol grant me strength.
This is probably too slow, right? Lumen Defender is fantastic. I could actually see an argument for brokering Lumen Defender. I bet that's silly, but
Keep 'em swinging.
I want to just make sure we get it.
I'll do my best.
Ooh. This man's popping off. We'll send a message. It's always about sending a message, chat. Alright, we're gonna rip Deadly. We didn't rip Deadly.
Peace is its own reward.
Alright, alright. What do we do here? Calibrate first. I don't think we have time to mess around with Grodov's Burden. We'll go for the power.
Choose a path.
Go big or go home. And I have a feeling we might need flying to win this. Diamond 3? Hell yeah. I'm proud of you.
Time heals all.
Alright, we have a hearty pour. Cheers, chat. I'm not gonna chug it. So, Grim. We can say... I think we can say with certainty here that my viewers are 10 times more likely to hit diamond. Right? Obviously a fact. Nine out of 10 doctors say watching my stream will cure not hitting diamond. Ask your doctor today about watching what watching my stream will do for you.
Time to end this.
If I do this, do I just get wrecked because everything he has an ambush? Let's just take the extra turn. Wait. Until the end of your next turn. That's so rude. If we play that, we just lose.
All of this has happened before.
Let's just play it as a 8 power draw card. Why did he just get this for free? I'm dumb. Well, all that frickin' gauntlet farming paid off. We actually value this higher than the other one.
Stand back.
We just need to start drawing cards. Everything has deadly...
Constant vigilance.
No risk, no reward. You don't fall back down ranks. No, you don't. You want to be fluent in programming languages? Should I just transition into a programming stream? Yeah, I'm a programmer. Well, whatever that means. I can write code for everyone that launches a web browser and opens my stream. How about that? Then it enters all of your credit card information. What do you guys think?
Bound in magic.
I could, honestly, I've done some really productive stuff. Well, productive is relative. I've done some pretty amusing stuff with programming. I set up, I created a bot that would, I guess bot might not be the best term, but whatever. I created an automated, like, script that would install Skyrim and mod it for you. It installs, like, 200 mods, and it just gives you a clean installed Skyrim following a guide. It took me, like, 100 hours to set it up, and I used it, like, twice, and then it was out of date, and I never fixed it. So, yeah, that happened. And then, straightforward. And, honestly, Grim, I might... Have you ever played... If you haven't tried it yet, I might be trying Enderall again. I've played Enderall before, but I kind of want to go through it again on stream and, like, make a YouTube series for it. And, I wouldn't mind making a YouTube series for Enderall. If anyone's not familiar, Enderall is a mod where someone just, like, took the Skyrim engine and was like, you know what? Skyrim's not good enough for me. I'm gonna make my own freaking game. And they made their own Skyrim. It's insanity. I was supposed to play this. And I didn't.
We fight to survive.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine references are welcome.
Stand back.
I think we ditch this for land. It's a little awkward, but we're doing it.
We fight to survive.
We fight
Hit
to
me
survive.
and I bite back.
What?
Rodol grant me
I try to ride that line between, like, being PG and, like, not swearing and stuff, but it's too hard, so I just said fuck it. That's basically how that went. Like, I legitimately tried, but I couldn't keep myself from swearing. Like, it's not possible.
Hit me and I bite back.
Maybe I can, like, wean down on it, but it's just too much of a part of... It's so ingrained into me from gaming. That is just comes out. We'll play Omen Scarworm. Thanks, Darth Mob. What's your, my favorite 9-9 episode is the intro, where they were just singing along to, oh, it was like the Backstreet Boys song or something, but they had the lineup sing the song so they could find out who was the one that, like, murdered her wife.
To survive.
And that was my favorite fucking start. Yeah. Tell me why? Yeah, I remember it now that you told me. That's a statement that makes sense, right? Now that you told me the answer, oh yeah, I remember. We'll actually get rid of Worldpyre here. We are worming them. Dude, it's a Tuesday. Go ahead. Why not? I don't see a problem here. Andy Sandberg's like my Patronus. If you're familiar with Harry Potter terminology. Or we could say my spirit animal. Alright. There's something fishy going on here. I'm gonna make sure we don't die. Dying's bad for you. Popstar, never stop believing. What is that? I'm Googling it. Oh, it's a movie. Is that an Andy Sandberg movie? Holy shit. If I wasn't live streaming right now, I'd tell you guys I'm about to go pirate that, but I'm on stream, so I won't say it. The Lonely Island is so excellent. Play land, draw 4. Nice. Nice. Tell me why. Which is most likely to kill us? I guess that's more annoying. And I just passed the turn here. Try not to die.
Defend the throne.
Play a land and just casually draw 4. Why wouldn't we? Let's take an extra turn. Why not?